How quickly would they see the dynamic shift?
Well, they're not going to see them shift quickly, although I imagine that that around Cap Square in a couple of years, you're going to start to see a changing of the culture, that you're going to begin to see people realize that, wow, this is going to be a whole new day when the next apportionment process comes about. When 2022 gets here, there's going to be a new set of rules for how state government works. And people in the legislature are going to have to find that general election, the voices of voters in the general election are going to matter a lot more than they used to, that they're going to end up seeing that, hey, we need to care about what the average voter thinks, because the average voter is going to weigh in more in this process. And they're going to find out, you know what, Democrats are going to find out they're going to have to work with Republicans, and Republicans are going to find out they're going to have to work with Democrats, and they're going to start solving people's problems rather than playing so many partisan games. And that's what's going to ultimately be the outcome when issue 1 passes. Is going to change the culture of state government, and I believe make it more responsive to what the people of Ohio really want.
Given that it has to be reflective of the vote over a certain span, do you think that that'll help drive turnout on the part of each party?
You mean down the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, because I think, let's face it, a lot of times when people get frustrated, it's because, well, they say, well, it doesn't matter who I vote for, and this person's going to win or that person's going to win. Well, that's not going to be the case in as many Senate and House races, because more of them are going to be competitive, and that means that voters are going to have more of a reason to get out there and vote. That means the candidates are going to have to engage the public more, they're going to have to campaign harder, they're going to have better ideas, and they're going to have to win on their merits, not just because the districts were rigged before they ran the election.
So if voters choose different from what you're expecting with a yes-yes vote, how quickly could we expect to see this in court, and how quickly could paperwork be filed?
If that will be up to somebody else other than me. That will not be something that I will have involvement in. The people that file the lawsuits will be the determining factors in that. It won't be
Nothing
state
from
government.
the state.
Yeah.
If issue 1 passes, how quickly would you like to see, and brought up an idea for maybe congressional districts?
Well,
what would be the obstacles to that?
It's important that process, at least the conversation about that process, starts. And this is what I've tried to share with my friends in the congressional delegation, Democrats and Republicans, is that somebody else will come from the outside and put this on the ballot in the future. And Ohioans are more likely to approve whatever comes next than they have been in the past. So it would be better off, it would be in their best interest to come together as Democrats and Republicans and work out a compromise that they can all live with, rather than potentially facing a ballot initiative that didn't come from a friendly source and is not something that they want to live with.
How much do you think turnout's going to play on the passage of the statewide issues? I mean, do you think they're hinging on good turnout?
Well, look, turnout's important to me, not just in terms of the outcome, but it's important because in a democracy, we all have to participate. And you live in a free society. I mean, look, we live in a world where we believe in majority rule, but yet the majority of voters aren't even going to vote in this particular election, and that always frustrates me, and I think it should frustrate us all. And I say that because I want people to get out there and vote, because I believe that America works better, Ohio works better when the majority of people have their say on issues. And so I hope a lot of people will turn out. But it appears that in this particular election, it will be another election where less than 50% of the people actually cast ballots.
How do you think 2016 and the focus on the presidential race has played in that? Do you think it's had any impact in the turnout this
Other
year?
than wearing people out? No, I don't. I don't think it has an impact on this particular issue. I mean, congratulations when today comes and goes. You only have 12 more months of this, right?